Hi there, 670. This was the longest time I've taken away from vlogging, and it's because I have not been feeling well, which really sucks. I had chemo number 12, I believe, on Wednesday, so 2 days ago, and I feel better. Like I said, it's the chemo side effects, which are never pretty, but better. Before Wednesday, before chemo, I, I just, being in pain, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to say it anyway. Being in pain sucks. And it starts me, at least, thinking about my mortality. And not in a bad way, it's in a very realistic, you know, not lighthearted, but okay. For example, I was thinking about, where a beautiful memorial would be because I want to be buried. I don't want to be buried. I want to have that green burial where I don't even know how they do it, but I'm part of a tree and they plant a tree that can grow. But I don't think they're down here. It's not out here. It's like either like Northern California or whatever, Oregon, Washington. I'm not even sure because I haven't looked into it yet. But, and I thought, well, gosh, that doesn't leave anybody a place to, come visit and say hi and tell me about your day. Um, so I decided because I love trees, I love nature, as we know, and animals and all that. And it's like, it's got to be a big old beautiful tree that I love, or just in nature, so one can look up at a tree or the tree and just say, hey, give me a hug, give the tree a hug, you know. So I was telling Matthew this, I'm just talking like I'm talking because this is something that's been going on in my brain a lot lately. And I'm busy just telling him how I feel. And I said, and I want it to be fun. And I want you to be funny and integrate animals and stories. And, I'm saying this with a smile. And I look over to him. And he's all, I felt so badly. So badly. I had also, oh God. And it's like, this isn't a bad thing. This is not a negative thing. I mean, yes, it's sad and it's negative, but it's more of a realistic thing. So I was at the ranch the other day, and my friend whom I was laying under that giant oak tree with, I thought, the oak tree, that's a cool place for a memorial. And I started telling her my idea, and she just starts crying. She goes, I'll never be able to ride past that tree again. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm the only one that's in this mindset because I'm the only one in this mindset. And I felt really badly. It's like, okay, we're going to have to change this up a bit. It's gonna, let's just have it in our backyard where there are giant trees. If you want to swing by and hug a tree, that'd be great. And this is not like I'm gonna do it anytime soon. I'm not like just kicking the bucket. I'm fighting, I'm a fighter. But, reality in pain, that I have to emphasize that. Reality when in pain is not pretty. It's not, your mind just like, it's so much easier not to feel this. That sucks. Yes, it sucks. I know this, but it's what happens when you're in pain. And day after day after day after day after day after day after month after, we're coming up on almost 2 years here. And, when you're not feeling well, all of a sudden you start thinking about how long it's been and what you're going through, what you've been through, what you could potentially go through still. It's like, ugh, good grief. This all sucks. Okay, I'll get off my morbid boat. and tell you that now I'm feeling pretty darn okay. I've had friends over. I've been, meeting up with people and spending normal time and going to the ranch and things like that. Because when you don't feel good, I was like, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to hang out. Laughter doesn't come naturally, which is my go-to in life. That's how I know that I'm not doing all right, is when my laughter kind of, and I'm light, and that starts to get dark. It's like, oh, no, this can't be happening, but it is. Okay, so, okay, I've got to rewatch this and make sure this is even something I can post, because it's sad. It's sad. Ugh. But I'm smiling. See, I feel better. I'm smiling. I'm laughing. So Matthew was just in here and I made a funny and he was laughing. He bent over laughing and I'm like, okay, I must obviously feel better because I'm making him smile and laugh, and that's okay. So real quick, we went away for 3 days. We went up to Berkeley, and that's where Matthew went to school. And Vaughn came with us, and we went because he's a donor and he's a alumni and he's all that, and so he gets all these special things when we go to games. We're in the Sky Lounge. We're getting to meet the chancellor. We're getting to do all, just, it's cool. We're on the field. We get field passes. So we went to the football game. We went to a basketball game. And when you're traveling and you're on chemo and a multitude of drugs, and you know that there's a very limited diet that you should be on, but yet you're traveling, you say to yourself, or out loud in my case, when in Rome. So what did I do? I started eating like everybody else. When in Rome, it freaking kicked my butt. That was seriously, that's when this whole thing started to take a downward spiral. And this was 2 weeks ago. So, okay, that wasn't good. And then we go into a 4-day little vacation down south. We took Vaughn and Nika with us, and we stayed out in Orange County, where my daughter lives, 2 miles away. And when in Rome, this time I didn't say it out loud, but when in Rome, I was trying to eat nicely and trying to, eat well, but I didn't. And I was feeling horrible. It's like, oh, good, that one bite of lobster. I just wanted to taste it because I haven't had it for so long. Did me in. My lymph nodes apparently flared up. Well, I'll get to that. Anyway, and people, everybody's eating new, fun, delicious things. I'm like, oh, I haven't had meat in so long. Oh, can I have that little bite of whatever it was, short rib? And I'm not a meat eater, really, but it's so good when you haven't had it for a long time. That did me in too. So now I'm jumping up to Tuesday, the day before my chemo, and I'm hating life. I'm just hurting. Everything, like my stomach, pancreas, liver, they're like, they're all seized up. It's all in a big old knot. And I'm thinking, good God, now it's spreading. I can feel this is not good. So I go to my Chinese healer, acupuncturist, and I just walk in and she goes, what have you done? Or, what did you do? And I'm like, oh no. She goes, you eating fish. I'm like, how does she know these things? I go, it was a bite of lobster. She goes, you know, listen. I'm like, I was in Rome. And I explained I was away, and when you're away, she goes, it's okay for other people, not you. Your lymph nodes so inflamed, your body so inflamed. And I'm like, oh God, why am I not learning? I'm a quick learner here. Apparently not. So she did all this stuff, and she was stabbing me with her, these thicker needles, and squeezing and did it again, and all on my left side. And then she kind of rolled me over and she did it on the side and on the left back as well. And she goes, now you breathe. And I went, and she was right. I could breathe. I hadn't been able to breathe for like 2 weeks because it was like the knot had constricted my intake of air into my lungs. And I'm thinking, geez, this is getting into my lungs, this freaking cancer. And it was amazing. It was amazing. She's such a huge help, and I can take normal breaths. But the fact that she goes, you can breathe now. And I'm like, it was just really cool. And the inflammation has gone down. She says, chemo tomorrow. She goes, I don't think what I'm doing can work that fast to get the inflammation down to, so that, cancer loves inflammation, and chemo kind of gets barriered by the inflammation. So, maybe it now can, it gave it a chance, hopefully, to get in there and kick some cancer booty. So here I am now, feeling pretty darn okay. Yes, I'm on Advil. I'm taking whatever, 1,200 milligrams a day. I've been doing that for 2 years. It's really scary. With food, always with food. But that seems to be my go-to. I've tried so many other things and nothing really works, or it makes me sick. Advil. Hello. Go figure. So, all right. I apologize again for taking so long to vlog, but when I feel like crap, I feel like I couldn't, I didn't want to, it's almost like now I want to hide. That's a shame, because that's really not me at all. So that's it. I love you. I love me. I'll keep you posted more often, because I did get many people reaching out. Are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm okay. Now I'm okay. I wasn't okay before. Ask Matthew. All right, y'all. Bye. I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.